Imagine being told you're lazy your whole life, when deep down, you're trying your best. What if your struggles weren't a flaw but a sign of something deeper? Many people with ADHD are mislabeled as unmotivated when in reality, their brains just work differently. This misunderstanding can lead to shame, exhaustion, and missing out on the support they truly need. But here's the good news. Once you recognize the difference, you can stop blaming yourself and start finding solutions. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of whether it's time to rethink your self-criticism or seek professional help. And up next, we'll break down the first major sign that gets mistaken for laziness. Procrastination is often seen as a sign of laziness, but for someone with ADHD, it's not about lacking motivation. It's about being stuck. Your brain wants to start, but executive dysfunction makes it feel impossible, like a car with a dead battery. You might sit for hours staring at a blank screen, fully aware of the deadline, yet unable to shift gears. This happens because ADHD brains rely on an interest-based nervous system, where dopamine, the brain chemical linked to motivation, doesn't flow as easily for tasks that aren't immediately stimulating. So while others assume you don't care, the truth is, your brain needs a different kind of fuel to get moving. And next, we'll talk about why ADHD makes consistency such a challenge. People might label you as unreliable because your energy levels seem unpredictable. You're either all in or completely drained. But this isn't laziness, it's the ADHD cycle of hyperfocus and burnout. When something excites you, your brain locks in, and you might spend hours perfecting every detail. Yet when a task feels dull or meaningless, your motivation vanishes, making it nearly impossible to finish. It's like a light switch, either fully on or completely off, while neurotypical brains function more like a steady lamp, adjusting brightness as needed. You might ace a project you love but miss deadlines on routine work, not because you don't care, but because your brain struggles to regulate effort. And speaking of regulation, let's explore why ADHD makes even basic tasks easy to forget. Forgetting simple tasks might make people think you're careless, but in reality, ADHD affects working memory, the brain's ability to hold and manage short-term information. It's not about being irresponsible. It's about your brain frequently dropping tasks, even ones that seem easy. You might remember to buy groceries, but completely forget them in the car for days. Or you intend to reply to a text, but the moment you switch apps, it's gone from your mind. A neurologist would explain that ADHD brains struggle with holding multiple tasks in active memory, making everyday responsibilities harder to track. But if daily forgetfulness is frustrating, time management can be an even bigger challenge. Let's talk about why ADHD makes people chronically late. Chronic lateness isn't about disrespect. It's time blindness, a common ADHD trait where the brain struggles to sense time passing. Instead of feeling a steady flow of minutes and hours, time can feel like a fog. You might think you have plenty of time, only to realize you're already running late. Or you leave 10 minutes early, yet somehow still miss the bus. Studies on ADHD and temporal awareness show that people with ADHD often underestimate how long tasks take and struggle with transitions between activities. It's not about a lack of effort. It's about a brain wired to perceive time differently. And when you're constantly running behind, the emotional toll adds up, leading to exhaustion. That brings us to the final sign. ADHD isn't just about focus. It also affects emotions. People with ADHD often experience emotional dysregulation, meaning small stressors can feel overwhelming. A last-minute plan change might seem minor to others, but for you, it could throw off your whole day, triggering frustration, anxiety, or even exhaustion. Unlike neurotypical individuals who may feel stress in a gradual wave, ADHD brains often experience emotional burnout, where emotions spike intensely and drain energy quickly. Imagine a roller coaster versus a gentle hill. ADHD emotions hit fast and hard, leaving you exhausted. This isn't being dramatic. It's a real neurological challenge that can make daily life feel like an emotional minefield. If you're wondering whether it's laziness or ADHD, start by asking when it happens. Laziness means avoiding tasks you dislike, while ADHD makes it hard to start even when you want to. Tracking patterns can help. Keep a journal to see when and why you feel stuck, whether it's linked to interest, overwhelm, or time of day. Many people with ADHD experience bursts of high productivity followed by complete shutdowns, which can be mistaken for inconsistency. Recognizing these patterns can make a huge difference in self-compassion and finding the right coping strategies. Lastly, seek clarity from a professional instead of relying on social media. A licensed ADHD specialist can provide real answers and strategies to help. If you suspect ADHD, the next step is self-assessment using validated tools like the ASRS, which can help identify common symptoms. However, self-tests are just a starting point. Seeking professional evaluation is key. In the meantime, simple accommodations can make a big difference, such as using visual timers to manage time blindness or body doubling apps to stay on task. These small adjustments can help align your environment with how your brain naturally works. Most importantly, practice self-compassion. You're not lazy. You're navigating a brain that functions differently, and that takes strength. With the right tools and support, you can thrive. ADHD isn't a moral failing or a sign of laziness. It's a neurodivergent brain that requires tailored strategies, not shame. Recognizing the difference between ADHD struggles and societal misconceptions can be life-changing, allowing you to replace guilt with self-understanding. If this resonated with you, drop a comment saying, "Not lazy," below and subscribe for more insights on thriving with ADHD. Remember, you're not broken. You just need the right tools and the truth to unlock your full potential.